Freestyling off the top, rhyme traveling is time traveling. It's the past, present, future, and other dimensions all at once. My goal, any MC's goal, is to take you on a ride.
This beat is called Pornography. I will possess your mind like I had an apostrophe after it. Coming back to spit, I have to lift the hat so you can get a good sight at the man right behind the mic that's invisible. Or really it's reciprocal, cause it is residual, cause it really does exist. I'm not used to this shit. I really say it from my chest, but I guess I gotta say it to my chest for y'all to reflect the rhymes that I'm seeing, and I can see reflections in the camera. I be bringing out my mind. It's like 5 times magnified. I already said metastasize in that last rhymes, but I gotta pass the rhyme to my man who got my back like he has a spine.
That was deep. Only child problems. My mama's still mad I ain't graduated college, but I got in the workforce and acquired knowledge, and now I give directions to those who graduated college. So, it's life and it's crazy. I mean, I feel like I should have been born in the 80s. I mean, I know I should have been part of the Freaknik, but I guess God didn't want that for me. I'm done, man. I'm done.
Tonight's the Cypher, and that's where we're headed. East side, west side, south side, north side, all paths lead to the Cypher. A Cypher is a circle where bodies, spirit, energy is all present.
The circle is the only shape we know that is one continuous line. It never starts, it never ends. If it never starts and it never ends, it's just a continued transference of energy.
It's a dojo, we all training. There's a certain thing when you walk in that room, there's an understanding, there's somebody in there you ain't never known before, you never seen before, but you already know, you think the same as them to an extent. There's a certain way your mind is wired if you're an MC.
There have been some months where I'm just like, oh my God, what the hell am I gonna rap about? What am I doing? That's always the common question. What am I doing? I'm trying to get out of a imposter syndrome mindset of it, saying like, oh, I have to sound like this, or I have to talk like that, or I'm rapping too much about like, I'm a star, blah, blah, blah. But like, yeah, I deserve to talk about that shit. I mean, I can brag about how celestial I am. I can brag about how my melanin pops. I can brag about like my femininity, anything the fuck I want to. It's me rapping, so I can do what I want.
All right, y'all. What's up? It's your girl Muleja, Time to Shine Radio. We back like we never left. You know, and I got a special guest in the building today, QuestionATL. What's up?
Gang. What's up, sis? Good to see you.
I met you as a producer. Now, I didn't know you've been freestyling since you was 5 years old.
Yeah. Practicing, studying. Hey, BNF gang, salute. Time to Shine, salute.
Hey.
SFC, salute. Look, listen, look, kill him in the lyrical, physical, or the digital. Coming in, finna show you I'm quick to prove the imperial. Off of the top of the head or the noggin, I'm launching just like a rocket. So please don't be thinking you could stop it. The first time I went up there, it was an unmatched vibe because you could tell off rip, everybody there was freestyling. Like there was no writtens, people were ad-libbing each other's lines in real time, finishing each other's sentences, rhyming with each other's words. Like there was just so many things that gave away that it was obvious improv and dope improv. Like wasn't nobody in there below the standard. And if there was somebody who was like maybe a little bit more quiet or shy or not as confident, everybody gave this certain energy. They would just be like, yo, keep going. Like honestly, so the first time I went, I just peeped that and I just couldn't leave.
The Cypher is a very important space. There's very few spaces where black men and women can come together to dream, to play, and to express themselves freely, to laugh, to cry. The Cypher at its best has the ability to connect people from different backgrounds, different walks of life, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you identify as female, male, or anything else. It's a safe space for people to connect and to see each other eye level.
Avenue Station is next, level up on the right, North Avenue.
I remember first coming to the Cypher and something Alex said really stuck with me. He said,
Freestyle is one of the greatest acts of faith. Having the faith in self to know that what you're about to say not only makes sense, but also rhymes and it's on beat.
When I come to the Cypher and I'm free from what I caring about what anybody else thinks or trying to be anything but just who I am and who I am like in God and who He's made me to be, when I just step out like that, that's when the most powerful and beautiful stuff comes out of me. And when I find what's really in my heart, and that's actually what's needed, that's what we all need, is to be more vulnerable. And so I've found that the less I think, the less I try to grip tight, is actually the more that powerful stuff just flows from me. And when I think a little too hard, when I'm premeditating, what should I say? It's less authentic and it's less powerful, and it's not me.
If it's off the top of your head, if it's unwritten, if it's coming to you in that moment, it is freestyle. So don't put boxes around it. If you force something, and this goes for anything in life, it comes out inauthentic, you don't sound like yourself, and people are less inclined to believe what you're saying anyway. So just speak your truth, say it with your chest. If you say it with your chest, if you say it with confidence, they'll be like, okay, she crazy, but she meant that.
I don't even have to worry and stress myself on how can I turn this negative into a positive. No, it's just let it out for what it absolutely is, which is just straight raw energy. Like you said before, energy is not created or destroyed. It's only transferred. Like that's what happens in the circle. There's a lot of science behind this that isn't fully understood yet.
I think about the Emcees. It's amazing what has survived through the transatlantic slave trade. I think about some of the African traditional religions and how surprisingly they manifest themselves, especially in hip-hop and in the Cypher. How certain African deities make their presence known. There's a deity called Obatala. He's represented as a wise old man, the king of the white cloth. He who's at the top of the mountain. Obatala descends from the heavens to create, to make things complete. Zano has an essence. Can't speak for everybody in the Cypher, but I know everyone hopes Zano pulls up.
Zano is Master Sensei, Seafood, Dad, Grandpa, Chosen One.
Meditating under a waterfall for 20 years, the owner of the Dragon Balls.
Zano was the first Shaolin monk.
Zano like a Jedi, man. Like he crazy. Honestly,
Zano is like Yoda, the OG of OGs.
Zano's a bit of a rarity, man. You gotta look for him. You gotta wait. And every time you hear Zano, it's a bit of a it's hard because you want to scream the whole time, cheer on every bar, but then you gotta study. You gotta capture, how is he doing that? What is he saying? Where is this coming from? Like how you piece it up together. So you definitely just always looking out for Zano. If you see him, you gotta pay attention.
Check. Levels, check. Everybody raps better than me now. So that's the most awesome part about it. So, I'm proud of them. Seeing a lot of the guys go from like 20s to 30s, it's just cool. It's just like seeing them have different perspectives and like start careers and families and still be into the craft and everything. It's just dope. It's just a happy feeling for me. And I feel like even if if I'm just at the cypher just watching, it's gonna be a good time for the MCs and the audience, regardless of whether I jump in, because like there's consistent MCs that'll come and just blow it up every time. So, I can be a spectator.
Talking about the cypher, you talking about, sonically the acoustics. If everybody's in a circle, everything's projecting towards each other. We all get the maximum amount of hearing it, as opposed to somebody being to the side, your back turned. You're talking about the energy, the magnetism. Each human being, literally, if you have mass, you have gravity. So we all have gravity as in alignment. The same way planets are in alignment, they all have the gravity that's pulling on each other. Earth is affected by Jupiter. Jupiter's affected by Neptune. Like, it's all pulling off each other. That same science is applicable here. Documentaries are cool and CNN is cool, but we need to have fucking NASA come out here and really steady this, because what we're doing is powerful, is scientific, is magical, is spiritual, is all of that in one, and it's more than any of us individually could really imagine.
These stars put it in positioning. Multiple star rating, roll over like Michelin. If you want it, I'm hitting them like a technician when we came into constellation signing Ursula Major. Although you cannot bear it, we are like the parents, it's apparent. These ones standing there, we can bear it if we want to grin. Zano Bathroom want his friends there when we hit them. That's some quantum kin, cause every time we come around, it's time and time again. Over to the multiverse, yes, we riding in, science win, science sin, defiant men and women when we examining, assembling the assembly. Some of it's required, we never ever was tired, stand there just like we was choirs, being directed, connected, never disrespected. If you wanna love it, you can say it with your chest. Move it like some chess, no pawns manifest, only kings, queens, and the rest. Moving, we can test anything you can guess. Just like that label, we was able to break down any cables and maintain the stable part of the table. What you bringing to the table, what I'm singing to the table, I'm winging through the table like an angle. You don't want this angel from Venus back to Mars, like mine on bars. I sparred, came back a few more stars. They all connect together, that's why we a constellation. No scars, man, in the consternation. They know the truth of the question. This is my explanation. They're not able to discuss the why. They can get the how, they can get the when and the where and the who, but why? Soul Food Cypher is why.